Welcome back, champions. So, this is the second part of the podcast with Shubhangi, who is working as an industrial trainee at Amazon. So, if you haven't checked out the first part, please go and check it out. So, we'll discuss in this part about the stipend, the industrial training ka preparations, how she did all of this. So, let's start. So, Shubhangi, the first question I have is whether you have a work from home, work from office hybrid policy, or it's work from office only.
In Amazon, it's totally now return to office policy now. So there is no work from home policy. We used to come to office only. Though my all the team members sits in Bangalore and US, I have to come to office, and I am coming in Pune office
Okay,
to
so
work.
in many companies, it is happening that they are bringing this policy back of coming to office and working. Okay, so let's talk about the preparation you did. I mean, what sub so CA specific भी पूछेंगे कि कौन से subjects help करते हैं finals के, and then anything else that you did.
So, firstly, preparation part, I want to tell you nothing specific you need to do, and please stop nahi, but do a bit less of approaching people and ask them ki how they prepared, because I am just jotting it down that everyone ask about your articleship experience that will differ from person to person, and you can't go to people what you was asked. He or she will be asked according to his experience, which he or she have mentioned in the resume, or in the first question of the interview, that is, tell me what you have done, or tell about yourself, what was your role. So it will totally based on your answer which you give at the first, or your resume experience which you give to the resume, that will differ. So please don't reach out to people, because at qualified level you can ask that, but at this level mostly they are focused on your experience and your basics, are they clear or not. So for preparation part, I'll tell you that I focused on my articleship, and 6 months prior to that, I just realized that I want to go for industrial. So I focused more on my articleship. I stopped telling to them that give me work. I just complete my work, whatever they give me, in less time and less time. Try to get that completed in less time, and don't used to tell that it is completed till the deadline or till the time they have allotted. And I used to open the other files or other things in which my manager or seniors were working. I tried to analyze that there was something like the first time India's adoption was going on for my company, which I am involved in audit. So that whole part, that a very minor part of that was given to me, and most of that was managed by my manager and partner only. So I wanted to know everything about that, and how they are, getting the fair value of the things, that for converting India to converting to the if we are converting to Indies for the first time, we need to, value the assets at the fair value that we have studied. But how they were doing that through the income approach, and how DCF analysis, what all done. So I used to, get the gist of those working papers and their working, how they are evaluating. They didn't know that I am opening the file, that I am involved in that, but I till my interview came, I knew everything about that. So there are a lot many things. I was not given salary part of a big company, so I evaluated that through that workings only. I asked them to give me that, though I was allotted with work already. I was not given consolidation, so I asked them to give, so they give me small company consolidations. I didn't got happy, so I after doing that small company consolidation, I opened a big giant client whom I was doing audit of that consolidations, and I just go through all the workings. So I spent thrice the amount of time for the work which I was not allotted. So say you are allotted, you are my manager that work, and you are given like 1 week for that work. So I spent like 14 days or 20 days in analyzing that, since no one is there to help me. So if I get a problem, I used to approach my friends. In articleship, you get a lot of friends, and you can't go to senior, but you can go to senior articles.
Mm.
So I used to, focus on that. That I used to prepare like that. That I need to speak that in interview. So I should have ample knowledge about that. If I am speaking something and you come with any question, I should answer that. if I go with half knowledge that I have done this part of this value, this only, it is fine as well. But you should have knowledge of this part.
Hmm. So you want to say that just don't get restricted to what you get as an article, because we all know as an article and a first year article to be specific, we get very less and very easy jobs to do. Cash in bank दे दिया ऑडिट के केस में, और सैलरी भी है, सो वेरी बेसिक वाउचिंग करना है या ट्रांजैक्शंस बस टैली करने हैं, ये सारी चीजें मिल जाती है. बट ट्राई टू गेट सम मोर वर्क इफ द मैनेजर इज इंटरेस्टेड टू गिव, or else ask your seniors and try to understand what they are doing. And everyone has,
Yeah.
like, I also did this thing, and I always do this thing that once I'm done with my own work, I try to open the workings of other, like what other people are doing. In any case, in articleship or in wherever you are working, we should do, like, we should be curious to know what, so that we can get a whole idea of how things are getting done. And if your seniors are cool enough to answer your queries, that is also fine. Go to them, approach them, get your doubts cleared and all. So you focused on articleship more, I mean your experience more, rather than the studies and the theoretical things. Okay.
No, that studies part I also focus. Like I just didn't focus that to approach people and ask what you were asked, or to refer me. I guess that LinkedIn approaching is fine, but I came to know that 6 months, 7 months prior as well, people are approaching me to get a gist how you get that, and they are not focused. And if they are messaging me, they are messaging 10 people other as well. So you are getting this much time to request that people don't get into that. Focus on your studies, focus on your articleship, and people come with me that I am in small size firm. Then how will get that much exposure? How will I get selected in big company? Firstly, your CV does not, your firm will not decide your resume. Your firm will not decide your experience. You will decide. So whatever you are getting, try to grab that. Just spend your time in there in office rather than this office and your studies. These two will will get you ready. Other than,
Studies में.
it's fine to approach people, but at the end,
Yes. So, specifically studies में which subjects, FR and AFM, is it?
yeah, FR and AFM, I gave one or two techs, tech DT as well, DT interviews as well. For that, I revised some DT concepts at the end, like one day prior to my interview. So though I didn't want to get into DT, but I just gave it for experience. So I just,
Yes, yes, that's nice actually. So,
other than that, only FR and AFM. Yeah.
so mostly FRAFM, and focus on articleship stuff and all practical things,
Yes.
because we'll be
Yes.
mentioning that only in our resume, so they will ask questions from that. And mostly their first question is, how was your experience at your firm? What all did you do? What all did you learn and all?
उसमें से ही they will ask question.
Yes.
I have made a LinkedIn post as well that how my questions were linked to my resume and my experience. So you can check that.
Yes, I'll put her LinkedIn ID in the description, but please don't spam her. उसको मैसेज कर करके, because if your queries are getting answered in the video itself, then it's good only. That is the motto behind recording a video and then putting it on YouTube and all. So please check the video first, and then you can connect with her, of course.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. So as you said, ki you are a non-Big Six person, and have you, like, your friends and colleagues, have you seen? So we all know that yes, Big Six is good. Preference के case में भी है, but at the end, how much knowledge you have, good you are able to present it matters. But if I want to know a ratio between Big Six versus the other firms, in your case, if you have any idea about that, कितने बिग सिक्स के थ्रू हायर हुए हैं, कितने ऐसे नॉर्मली आ गए?
In Amazon for industrial
या
training.
Amazon इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग, इफ यू हैव एनी आइडिया.
Mostly I could say that in other domain that doesn't matter, but some managers prefer in some domain in Amazon that they need only big six people. I came across that as well. I so yeah, some. manager preference are there, that they know that their work will be hectic, or their work will be that much that they need big six, since they are also from big six. So it based on their preference. Other than that, there is no like firm preference. Yeah, attempt preference, there may be number of attempt preference, there may be like sometimes HR tell ke maximum 2 or maximum 3.
Okay. Okay. So that clearly depends upon the manager and your luck. So if even if someone is not from Big Six, at least they should try, because I've seen many people who are non-Big Six, they are getting into very good roles at very big companies. So there's no specified rule that Big Four वालों को ही मिलेगा, Big Six वालों को ही मिलेगा, and people get stressed about that only. और वो उसी सर्कल में रह जाते हैं that अरे मैं तो हूँ ही नहीं Big Six से, तो मेरा तो होगा ही नहीं, so why to even apply? So that is there. Now, let's talk about the PPO and exit opportunities. If you have done industrial training in M&A in Amazon, so do you get this PPO offer before your final exams, that if you clear CA, you will get this. Even if you don't clear CA, you will get this salary or stuff. And if you don't want to join Amazon also, then in what roles will you end up landing?
Depends on the kind of work you have done in Amazon, like the kind of performance you have done. So if they are happy with that, they will give you PPO, not before your attempt. Before your attempt, like I have seen for this attempt, people like people who have cleared the exam got PPO within 10 days of their result. So if you clear the exam, you will get the PPO, and if you don't clear but you have done good work, so you can approach after to your manager or your teammates after you exit from here. So it's fine. But yeah, it is not necessary that you will get PPO, but at this time, whoever have passed in this attempt got PPO, whoever has passed. So yeah, it
Okay.
depends on your work, but yeah, it do give PPO if you have done good work.
And what's the salary range of a CA fresher if he gets hired, a range or something? I mean, can we expect it more
It's,
than 10 lakhs?
I guess for fresher, like in the people who got hired from the campus placement in Amazon last time are getting between 13 to 16. So it's more than
Yes.
12 or 13
Okay,
for Amazon.
that's good. And if you can reveal your stipend, many of the audience is just here to listen to that.
Yeah, so for me, for any intern who will join now, so it's 70K per month. So other than that, you will get free cab facilities. So I get free cab facilities for to and fro, and some money for food coupons and other stuff, miscellaneous. Like it is like 1100 to 1200 for food coupons monthly. So you can spend it in the cafeteria. That is that charge very nominal amount for food, and if you spend extra, then you can bear from your pocket.
Hmm. That's good actually. 70,000 plus the cab is also there. So you
Yeah.
get to spend less only. You have to just spend on your resident रहने के लिए if you are out of your home, and or else you have to spend on your food. That's it. And your personal expenses, that depends person to
And
person.
food quality is also good. Yeah, I have stopped eating PG food. I am totally dependent on my office for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner.
So that
Because it's good, they are, use quality product. In fact, बाहर से भी खाना अच्छा यहाँ है, because I know what brand products they are using, and it's
okay.
it's all standard quality reviews are there day by day. So
Okay, so big thumbs up for the stipend and food then, along with the cab.
Mhm.
Okay. So we tried to cover everything. Anything that you want to add on to tell the audience to like focus on something or some any tip or something like that?
Be confident on yourself. I was also told by my senior manager that if you don't get, you need to give return notice. That if you don't get the industrial training, it's not like if you get only then you will leave, and if you don't get, you can't leave. So I gave that 4 months prior that I will get. So be confident. I have not started applying. Still, I told them they were trying to, pull me down that it will affect me mentally. That I should get, confused. Ki I should not give them, and I should stay here only, because they were asking me for final confirmation for 3 4 months prior only. If I don't get, then also I will have to leave the firm. That is the case. So be confident about yourself, and that confidence will come only from the work which you do in articleship, the focus you have, that you know what to speak in your interview. Your interview will go like in a flow that you will decide, not the interviewer. You don't need to give him chance to ask extra question. Like in my case, many few extra questions related to the domain used to come, because I presented my experience in a way, in a very broader way, so they get, so curious that what you need to do in this, what you need to do in that, because they also know that terms. So you need to get that much involved.
Hmm. No, nice.
For example, yeah,
If you can
I very
mention.
much. If I mention like an example that I used to work in infra clients, so I used to start like this, that I have basically worked in infra clients, basically three types of model based clients I have worked: bot, ham, and EPC models. And in that as well, in EPC I was mostly involved. So for EPC I can tell in depth, but for, so they used to ask me, what are these three models, what are bot, what are, how revenue recognition is done in three types of models, what is the difference in that. So my interview goes in my experience, and in this things also come according to my experience also. So uh, yeah, some AFM questions will come for finance interview, so you need to prepare like that.
Yes, and even the people who are taking the interview are aware of the fact that these people are just 1 year, like in this today, nowadays, that 2 year articleship will be there. So these people are just 1 year experience. They, if even if they fumble somewhere, so then clearly say that I don't know about this, I didn't get exposure to work in that domain, and move on, because they are also like, okay with you not knowing something, because you are also very new to the profession and all. So that's all okay until and unless you're confident that whatever you have worked for, whatever you have written in the resume is correct and not fake. So that is important, I guess.
Yeah, adding to that, what you have said, like those manuals which are related to various domain, like to study for M&A, for FP&A before interview, you don't need to do that. Just basics and your articleship is fine. You
Fine.
don't need to search for FP&A guides and FP&A के बारे में पढ़ रहे हो. इतना नहीं पढ़ना है.
Yeah, just get a basic idea of what the industry is, that's it. Hmm. Okay, so we tried to have a very comprehensive coverage of the industrial training preparation and everything, and I hope the audience liked it. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments how you felt after listening to this and what more do you want. And I'll reply to each of your comments. We'll catch up with you in the next session, maybe with some other person, and we'll catch up with Shubhangi also in case we have anything interesting to know more about, right, Shubhangi? So, yes, see you in the next video. Bye bye.